Hello, everyone. Happy New Year 2025. Can you believe it? I certainly can't. It just seems like yesterday when we were celebrating 2000 and everybody thought the computers were going to crash and the world was going to collapse. But I hope you all had an enjoyable holiday season and had time with your family and friends, time to get away from it all, and enjoy the holidays. So I just got some time with my family in Michigan, and it was nice. My Tuesday tip is kind of like what a lot of people do this time of year, and it boils down to New Year's resolutions and goals. And sadly, we know the facts around New Year's resolutions. You know, you can just tell if you go to the gym how packed it is week 1 and 2 and how empty it goes back to by February. So, when you think about goals and when you think about what does it take to be successful, they've done a lot of studies on what can help, what can increase your odds. And in the email, I'll put the stats on this, but it was very interesting to learn some of this, the fact that just 43%, just thinking of a goal, and 43% of you will accomplish that. Just think of a goal and boom, you got almost a half 50-50 shot of accomplishing it. But if you want to increase those odds, there are further things you can do, like jotting it down, writing it down. That simple step will give you that coin flip of 50%. And then a bigger one is actually creating a plan, with action steps to hit your goal. And think about this also when you're working with your employees and they're talking about what they want to accomplish. And I urge you to have those conversations with your team about what their goals are. Could be personal as well as professional, because those can impact each other. And anyway, so, we've gotten past the creating some action plans. And the next thing is, and this is a big one, is you tell other people about your goal, right? When you publicize it, the pressure's on, right? Now people know that what you're aiming for, and they can support you and they can encourage you, and they can give you tips and suggestions and all that. So that gives you about a 65% chance. And then the utmost thing you can do is have a partner in this journey. And I remember when the pandemic was going on and I was getting back into fitness, and my cousin and she and I were just really working at taking the healthy route during the pandemic, and utilizing that time effectively. And we were pushing each other almost on a daily basis on if we were active, if we were hitting the gym, if we were doing things, just lifting a weight, getting some exercise in, getting our heart rate going. And it was extremely helpful to have that partner on the journey. So that's going to give you about a 76% chance of hitting the goal. And I've been doing a little bit of that this year. One of my goals, it's been a goal of mine for a long time. I've never benched my weight, and I never done the bench press on my weight. And part of the problem, I have these super long arms, although I use that as an excuse. And I'm not the bodybuilder type frame. And then I went through both my left shoulder surgery and then a right shoulder surgery. So that knocked me out with the rehab and everything else for about 6 years. So this year I've been recommitting myself. I've been thinking about it last year, and I'm like, I got to get back into it. So I have been utilizing these steps. And then I want to revisit one more step that you can use with your team members as well. When you think about if they want to sell more cars, or if they want to increase their dollars per RO, or whatever they've got. What are those small components that they can do on a daily basis? Maybe some of them that they dread doing, making those phone calls, the behind the scenes things to better their abilities. Well, if they can just commit to the smallest amount, we talked about small ball, and for me and working out, it's, hey, if I don't feel like going to the gym, I just promise myself, you got to go in and do 1 rep, right? Who can say no to that? And I'll tell you, since I've been doing that last year, it's amazing to me how many times I end up having this hour-long, 2-hour-long workouts in some cases, when I've desperately not wanted to be there. But once you get through the hardest part of just starting, just getting the momentum going, you find yourself just getting in the zone. So that salesperson who just doesn't make any phone calls, commit to 2 calls to start the day, 1 call to start the day, and then see where that takes them. So for yourself personally, for yourself professionally, for your team around you, these are just some things to think about so you don't end up in the dreaded February quitting your resolutions. Anyways, looking forward to seeing y'all in 2025, and thanks for listening.